Hey everyone, it's Natalie from This and Nat, or All of This and Nat over on Instagram. I'm a wife and dog mom living just outside of Dallas, Texas. Today I'm going to walk you through how I meal plan from budget to grocery list. I'm breaking it all down and I can't wait to share. I'm so excited to be collaborating this week with Alicia, who is by Alicia Brooke. You're going to love her meal plan and grocery haul. She is a wife and mom of two living in Arkansas. They've got a few little fur babies, and she makes all kinds of mommy motivation, lifestyle, and travel videos. I know you're going to love it. I will have her video and her channel linked down below, so make sure to go give Alicia some love. So if you've seen my weekly cleaning routine, you'll know that I like to meal plan and also grocery shop on Saturdays so that I can get everything done and prepped before the work week begins. But with quarantine, it's kind of silly to pretend that anything is normal right now. So today is actually Wednesday, and instead of having just the two of us, we actually have 4 people living in our house. So I am going to show you real life how I am planning meals for this week. And also I'm gonna have to come back and update later on when things go back to normal. But there are 2 things that I use when meal planning. I have this cute little week-long magnetic board that I got at Target. This stays on our refrigerator and lets everybody know what we are going to eat for the week. We did do some planning together to come up with meal ideas, and that helped a lot. And then I also use this notebook. This is where I actually write my ingredients and then price compare and also make my Finalize list. So I'm gonna walk you through that process right now. So the very first thing that I like to do is determine my budget. I really like to follow Jordan Page, who is Fun, Cheap, or Free. Her rule of thumb is $100 per person per month, starting at $300. So when it's just me and my husband, we have a $300 budget for the month, which typically breaks down to $75 a week. But with 4 people, we're gonna do $100 per week, $400 a month, and that will definitely get us through. I'm actually hoping to come in way under budget today. So now that I have my budget, I'm going to see if there's anything in the fridge or pantry or freezer that needs using up. We don't have a lot of fresh ingredients right now, but we do have lots of frozen meat that we've been stocking up on as it's been on sale. This really helps keep our weekly budget low. Step 3 is to make a general plan on a calendar. I like to use my magnetic calendar for this. It's really important here to fill in any activities for the week or any planned meals out. My mother-in-law is so generous. She buys us meals out on the weekend, so that doesn't even go into our meal planning budget, but it does go on to the meal plan. I'm also looking here for any days that might be super busy and require eating leftovers or having a crock pot meal planned. So now I've got our general plan for the next week. Breakfast is always super easy. I pretty much eat the same thing, like cereal or toast or oatmeal, and nobody else eats breakfast, so that makes it really easy and really cheap. Lunches, we've been doing sandwiches, and I'll make sure to check on our sandwich meat. So really, it's just dinner that I'm planning. So hopefully you can make that nice and easy on yourself and have repetitive breakfast and lunch, and then you're just planning really 1 meal a day. So we did all sit down together and determine the latter half of the week. So my husband and I are gonna cook breakfast for dinner tonight. I'll hopefully be able to convince him to let me film a little bit of that. And then my mother-in-law is gonna cook tomorrow with some pasta. And then on the weekend, we decided that we're just gonna make it easy on ourselves, and we're gonna get something like pick it up, not eat out, but pick it up. And then we've been doing a really fun thing during quarantine where we've been trying all of the local pizza places. I'm here in Texas, and we have a weird amount of New York pizza places. So we've tried 3 out of 4, and we're ready to try the 4th one and, just compare. So that's been really fun to do. And so really, I just need to plan this next half of the next week, 3 meals. So I found that pork in the freezer that I'd really like to do barbecue pork. It's so easy. I'll share that recipe. And then I need to find recipes for these 2 days. I just put a C for chicken and a G for ground beef just to kind of give myself a base, and then I'll choose a recipe from there. So let's move on to getting those recipes and ingredients. I've just created a brand new Pinterest for this and that. If you want to find me over there, I'll make sure to link it down below. Note that my searches always have the word easy in them because I only like to cook really simple meals. Kent is more of the creative chef in our family, whereas I'm more focused on just getting something on the table. Wow, I really love it when the recipe is all the way on the bottom of a super long vlog post. Okay, so I've settled in on 2 meals. The first is this Southwest chicken. It looks super easy. Oh my gosh, there we go. Super easy, just chicken, lots of ingredients that we can adjust for people's taste. We have somebody that doesn't like corn, but it looks so good and easy, so that's gonna be my chicken. And then for my beef recipe, I decided to go with sort of an Asian flair. We love bulgogi, and so this is supposed to taste like bulgogi. Plus we've got tons of rice, so this should be super easy as well. So now I'm going to start writing down all the ingredients that we're going to need, plus sides if we need them. Once I have all of my recipes pulled up, I switch over to my paper notebook and write down every ingredient that I'll need. These Papermate flare pins are my absolute favorite. Maybe it's just the teacher in me, but I feel like a good pin makes a tedious task more enjoyable. So now that I've gotten everything written down, I am going to go check the pantry and the fridge and check off anything that we already have before I go on to the next step. I was on the hunt for the cheese we needed for the Southwest chicken, and then I remembered that I had a whole bunch of cheese in the freezer just for moments like these. You may be wondering, why on earth do you have a second pantry? This is actually from my mother-in-law's pantry. She sold her house right before everything got crazy and is living with us for just a few more weeks. When she moves, I'm going to have a super whole house clean with me. I cannot wait. Okay, so now that I know which ingredients I need, we're gonna do my favorite part, which is price comparing. So I like to go through my favorite stores and see where I can get the best price. We really don't need much this week. You can see there's lots and lots of checks already, which I intentionally picked meals that I knew we had the ingredients for, making this a really super affordable week for us. But we do need a few fresh things. We're running out of some things like sesame oil, and we need buns, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going to show you how I price compare. I like to use 2 different colored pens to compare at different stores. Got all the prices written on here, and I'm ready to look at the next store and see where the better deals are. It may seem kind of crazy to go to a different store to save 50 cents or $1, but let's just say you're able to save 50 cents per can on 3 different cans. With that $1.50, you could buy a whole new item. So the last step for me is to go through and decide which store I'm going to get each item at. And the weird thing that happened this week is with my 8 items, I added them all up, it came to something around $17 total. And I know the number that you're seeing is not 17. That's because I added up the other store. And there's one store that I'm definitely going to because we get their chips and salsa. They make them fresh there. And so that's like $3 that was left out. So comparing the two stores side by side, it's only $1 difference. And because of all this going on, I think that it's not worth $1 to go to 2 different stores. On other weeks, I might actually be making that trip just to save a couple bucks. But for this time, like I said, it might not be worth it. But that's how we're gonna do 5 different meals for 4 people using ingredients that we have and only spending, less than 20 bucks. So that is our meal plan for next week. There's one last thing I like to do before I go shopping. I might rewrite my list by store and by section. It makes shopping super smooth because honestly, I hate the actual shopping part. My husband Kent seems to enjoy it a lot more, so he's the one who goes for us during quarantine. And as promised, here's what we actually had for dinner. No shame in a fast food night. That's the beauty of a meal plan that can be easily shifted if need be. Now, make sure to come back on Monday because I'm going to show you my nighttime routine, including self-care and cleaning. See you then.